Hi, everyone.
Hi, everybody.
We're back today.
It's been a while.
Been, man, maybe a month now. It's been at least, probably a month since we've been back. So where have we been?
Lots has happened.
We've been here. We've been here working.
Oops. Sorry, that was me wiggling the table.
Donna's pregnant.
No, she's not.
You said lots was happening.
No.
I thought maybe there was an announcement or something.
Sorry, kids. Not true.
No announcements like that. We're not moving. We didn't stop selling. We're not having any more children. Nothing like that.
I do want a puppy, though.
Oh, she wants a puppy. Yes.
Mom said not to ask for one, so don't let Mom watch this video.
I can't control anything. So anyway, why haven't we done a video? First of all,
We don't have a good answer, do we?
I do.
Oh.
Because I have a lot of respect. The people that are resellers and do videos like 3-4 times a week, I am really impressed and really in awe of them, because it is time consuming. For every video, it takes several hours to actually do before it gets done. And we have been selling so much and working so much, well, including that, but it's a lot of days just have not had time. That first week or two since we've done it, it's just been so busy. We've been selling so much and shipping so much through eBay and everything, and have more products coming in and everything else. It was just crazy. And then once you don't do it for a week or two, kind of like a lot of things, then you're like, I don't know what to say. Got nothing to say. Don't know what to do. Whatever. So finally, Donna said, "Let's do a video," and I said, "Okay." So we're back. We're back. Here we are. It is Monday, and
October.
we decided to do it outside
4th.
because it is beautiful outside, and our house is a mess. We have a slew of...
Except the kitchen. I cleaned the kitchen.
Kitchen is clean. We have a slew of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in the living room. We have a garage full of stuff. We just got the remnants of a garage sale again yesterday from a friend of ours. We have boxes everywhere downstairs because I just shipped out 23 things this morning. So it's nice out. So here we are. So I'll just tell you a little bit of a story, kind of what's been going on, and maybe we'll pop up. Maybe we'll look at some of the favorite things over the last couple weeks that we sold and just kind of throw them in at the end here. So stick with us and let's figure it out. So first of all, I'm Steve.
I'm Donna, and we are Happy Heart Treasures from Lincoln, Nebraska, husband and wife reselling team. We are full-time, and we do a lot of things besides just reselling, right?
What else do we do?
Well, to start it off, it's kind of goes together a little bit, though. One of the reasons that we were so busy several weeks ago was we, through a friend of Steve's mother, were contacted about going to pick an estate sale. And so we got there and they just weren't ready.
This was on a Thursday afternoon at like 3 in the afternoon, and the lady we met there said they were gonna have a sale the next day, Friday and Saturday. And we looked around and she was not ready. She was nowhere near ready. Her aunt had passed and she was in a situation that was really...
It was overwhelming for her. And so we looked around, and I looked at Steve. He knew what I was going to say. And I kind of looked for that okay from him, which I got. But I just said, we can do one of three things. We can pick and leave. We can try to come up with the money to buy the whole thing, but give us a week to, get it out of here. Or we can help you pull this off. Now, mind you, we didn't know this person, but God knew this person. And like she told me later, God's people speak a different language. And Steve and I knew we just needed to help her. And so we made arrangements to come back later. And
we basically agreed. She looked at me and says, well, and I said, yep, okay. So we told her we're gonna help you, and we had no idea who she was, nothing. So we decided, all right, let's do this. This was Thursday, and we came home, and we basically made a decision that we were going to let all of our job, all of our selling, all of our eBay, dollar auction, everything, we're just gonna let it go for a few days. We felt like we were being called to do this.
So we came home and we packaged and ended auctions.
So even the 555, we didn't do the 555. We didn't do anything. We told her we had to come home and finish up things for the day, and then we would come back and we would get ready for the next day for a sale at 8 a.m. the next day. So we did. We came home. We were here for an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. We shipped.
But on the way home, like we always do, we called our friends and put out the word that we needed help, and our friends Ruth and Larry showed up to help with pricing, and Steve's sister Tracy came from Omaha and was just there to do anything that we needed to get this thing done. So we showed up like we do. We're the Get Stuff Done crew. And
and a little later, my older brother Greg stopped by for something, so he helped carry some furniture, and he helped for a little bit too. But so basically we just showed up with a small army. Through this story though, this is not about what we did or what we were doing.
Boastful.
We want to share this story because we took a leap of faith. We felt that God was calling us to do this. We felt that we were led to this, and we were supposed to do this. And so we just want to explain what God did through this, because any other time in our life we wouldn't have been able to do this. You know, a couple months ago I would have been working. We've been on several trips. It worked out that, hey, you know what, we can do this. So what happened? So we went back that Thursday night and we worked, cleaned out the garage, swept down the walls. We put up tables and
wiped down everything,
set out tables and got things ready.
Kind of got it organized, sale. Marked things.
Worked until about 10:30 at night. And then we got garage sale signs on the way home. And we started developing this friendship with Christy. We didn't know her, like I said, but started becoming friends and found out she was a believer also, and so had that in common. And you know, we came out of nowhere, and she had prayed the night before for God to help her, just help her. She didn't know how, but send help. And we showed up, and we were feeling we were supposed to do this. And so that kind of created a good bond to kind of get a relationship started with her. So anyway, we went home, slept for a little while, and then we got up the next morning and we headed out.
Sorry, I bumped the table again.
Headed out and went there at, I don't even know.
We got there, it was supposed to start at 8 o'clock. Steve had made the signs. He had posted all over on the internet. All the places we knew. We messaged our friends that had purchased from us before on the dollar auction just to let them know that there was an estate sale. And so I got there. We took 2 vehicles. I got there about 7:30. The house was already full of people. Christy was just like, what are we gonna do? So my little bossy self went in and said, it doesn't start until 8 o'clock. You all need to wait outside. So we took a breath. And Steve got there. He helped us put the tables and everything out, and then we had people all day long. We had a little lull right about the time the game was starting.
That was the next day. This was Friday.
Oh my goodness. Okay, sorry.
Friday was supposed to go until 4 o'clock. If it's a little breezy,
that's right.
Sorry, it feels good.
Yeah.
It was supposed to go till 4 o'clock, but
we had people all day long that day.
Yeah, they just kept coming, so it didn't close until it was till people stopped.
O'clock.
Yeah, 8 o'clock at night. The plan of it originally was we were going to go Thursday night, and then we were going to go all day Friday, and then on Saturday she thought she was going to have more help, and so Saturday we would just kind of help out in the beginning or the end or whatever she needed. Turned out she didn't have as much help as she thought on Saturday. So basically, at the end of Friday afternoon, we decided, okay, we're in this for the long haul. So Donna called my sister and asked if she'd be willing to come back and help again, and she came back that evening to help because there was stuff in the basement. That day we had people all through the house, in the basement, in the back bedrooms, and they would go through stuff and pick it and carry it out. So we decided that night we were going to try to get everything out of the basement, everything out of the back rooms, so there was just the garage, the driveway, and then just in like 2 rooms right inside the house.
Front rooms, yeah.
And so my sister came, and she not only helped that night, but then she stayed at our house, and she went back the next morning. And we went the next morning, and we were there at 7:30 in the morning and had another day of garage sale. That was the day of the Nebraska-Oklahoma game, and so we had everything the way we wanted it, everything set up, nothing in the basement and everything, by about 10:30. And so then it was just monitoring the garage sale, doing the garage sale, talking prices and all that stuff. So at that point in time, Tracy and I left, and I'm gonna rewind for a minute. So and then Donna stayed and did the garage sale, and then I went back later that day and we started to tear down and kind of decide what to do then with everything else. But it was a phenomenal garage sale. But I want to go back. Very, very, very important part of this story, my favorite part of this story. So the plan was on Saturday, I for sure would be free to kind of start working on our stuff again, and then when the garage sale help wasn't there that we thought was going to be there, it was like, well, we're going to just put off our stuff for probably a couple more days, and that's fine. I went to bed Friday night, and I was concerned. I wasn't anxious, I wasn't sad, mad, nothing. I was just concerned because we talked about in our last videos doing the 5, 5, and 5 and keeping the algorithm on eBay going, being very active.
Right.
And we weren't doing any of that. And I actually messaged Chris and Amy, who were on an earlier video, if you remember that video in Kentucky. I messaged them and I said, well, it's going to be interesting because we're not doing anything. We're not doing anything at all, listing, bumping, anything. And so it's going to be interesting to see how sales fall off or what they do or whatever. So I went to bed that evening, and I was concerned that we were going to really get a big dip over the weekend. Weekends are usually really good for us. We were going to get a pretty good dip for the next few days until we really got back after it. And I went to bed, and I woke up the next morning, and it was totally, I'm not even kidding, I woke up and I told Donna that I was concerned when I went to bed, and it was like God said, nah fam, I got you. Because when we get up every morning, whoever's up first checks eBay, and they always, the next person asks, did we sell anything? That's always the question, did you sell anything while you're sleeping? And if we sell something, we're happy. We're like, okay, cool. We sold, last night we sold something like $10 item overnight, but we woke up and it was like, oh, cool, a sale while we were sleeping. It's never been a lot overnight, and that morning we woke up and we had 4 items that had sold for full asking price, and we had 4 offers on 4 different items. We have never had 4 offers on anything, and none of them were lowball offers. They were all just a couple bucks underneath the asking price.
In the bid.
So we,
or the auction.
And there was an auction, and so we sold 8 things while we were sleeping, and we only slept 5 to 6 hours, 5.5 hours. We sold 8 things for a total of like $220, and then we had an auction going on that was going to end on Sunday, and overnight that auction, it was sitting at about $100 for this item, and overnight when we woke up, that had gotten bids up to like $310. So we had sold $220-ish, and we had another $200 more added on to this auction, and it was just like, okay, this is what we're supposed to be doing. We had never had a night like that ever, and it was only like 5.5 hours. And so that was like a complete relief. It kind of freed my mind to be like, all right,
this is what we're supposed to do.
This is what we're supposed to do. And so we went back at it. So then Saturday night ended up being there again, later in the evening. Sunday we kind of had to recuperate, but I think ended up back there again, or Monday maybe, I don't know.
We went back for a little bit on Sunday. Christy's mom ended up in the hospital, so we both just kind of had to regroup. And so we went over for a little bit on Sunday and visited and talked about how God was working in all of this. And then Monday we went back and helped clean the rest of the house. Well, a lot of the house. We took a load to the dump and brought some more things over here. We did take some of the leftovers to sell for Christy, kind of as payment for helping, but that's not why we did it.
Yeah.
It is not why we did it. And so if you look at it, our business, we didn't list anything Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
I don't know about Sunday or Monday. I mean,
Monday, 5 days. We basically didn't work the business. And that week,
we had record sales. I can't tell you what the numbers were.
We didn't sell it, God did. And it was record sales, the highest sales week we've ever had.
Yeah.
So,
and the following week, we spent a few different days back over there helping her get things finished, finalized, packed up, whatever. We developed a wonderful relationship with this lady, and someday we're gonna go to Arizona when she finally gets to go home. Well, she was here from Arizona, and her mom is from Virginia.
Yes.
And when this all happened, when we got there, she explained to us that the house was it was not good when she got there.
It was a hoarder type situation.
Yeah, and so it was not good. So she explained that she was there for 5 weeks working on this house, and she hasn't seen her family in Arizona for 5 weeks.
And it's been 3 weeks since.
And it's been 3 weeks since. So she was just hoping to have this sale so she could go home the following weekend. And so that's why we were like, this lady needs to go home. Mm-hmm. So we did. We the goal was to get her home. Well, her mom ended up in the hospital, and she's still here. She's still in the hospital. She's doing much better. So they're hoping that they can end up going home, either to her mom's home in Virginia or to Arizona soon. But it's kind of just day-to-day waiting for everything to get back to normal. So when we started doing this, it was on the way home. We talked about she was adamant about, she wanted to make it right with us too, and we, at first I was like, well, we need to, hopefully we can do this as like a business move. I know we need to do this, but hopefully we can, get something to maintain us out of this. And by that next day or whatever, it was like, okay, I kind of put all that aside because I do the bills and the budget and everything, and so I was worried about the money stuff. But tell you what, after that first day and a half, especially after Friday night, I was like, I don't care if we don't make a dime off of any of this. It's okay. Like, God totally is in control.
It was amazing to see how God was working those 2 days and beyond. There were people there, and when they learned what the situation was, there were hugs, there were prayers in her ear during a hug. There were people that paid more than she asked. There were people who just gave money, and if any of those people ever see this video, thank you so much. But that was God moving, and that was people allowing themselves to be used.
Yeah, it was phenomenal. We all thought when the Nebraska-Oklahoma game started that it would die off. Didn't. There were so many people, and they sold so much stuff. It was wildly successful garage sale, and that was absolutely crazy. There were supposed to be neighborhood garage sales that weekend, but there was some confusion, and most of them did it the weekend before. So there was a lot of advertising, and she was about the only sale in the whole neighborhood. So people just like flocked to it. It was crazy. It was so many things that are not. I don't care if you're a believer or not. You can't. Some things it can't be. There's sometimes it's not just coincidence. There's too many things that line up that it's not just all coincidence. You can't have 25 different coincidences in the same day. You know what I mean? So
it was God moving. And that's why we do what we do. We wanted to be available to make a difference. We wanted to be available to be used by God, and that weekend showed us that we're in the right place.
Yeah.
For now.
Yeah. So anyway, that really, it took a toll on us. Just
but it felt
physically
good.
and mentally. Yeah, it was great.
It was good.
I mean, we wouldn't change it at all. But I mean, the week after that was pretty rough. Just tired, just exhausted.
I think everybody was tired.
The house was not in our neighborhood. It was as far away in Lincoln as you can get from us diagonally.
As far cattywampus across town as you can get.
It's like traveling out
30
of town, you know. So it just wore us out. And so the next week, while that whole week, not just the weekend, but the whole week and the next weekend was just crazy sales. Just, we shipped out so many things, and trying to keep up with that was crazy.
Yeah.
So then after that week, then the next week was when we said, okay, we need to do a video and we need to talk about this and stuff. But then after not doing a video for 3 weeks, it was just kind of, well, we got so much to do, and we got all, it's crazy how busy we are. It's
well, we had, you know, several things. We did the junk jaunt, and so that was fun. We already talked to you guys about bargains on 92, I think.
Oh yeah, that was a couple months ago.
And so the junk jaunt is kind of like that, but it's farther out towards Grand Island. So we did that one day, and then we did Soresco's garage sales one day. Then how did we end up with this last bit? Oh, garage sales this weekend, a friend of his.
But before that, there was something else too. Well, stuff from Christy's house, from her aunt's house. We brought home a couple van loads of that. So it's been very busy. But so finally, it was like, you know what? Whatever. We don't care. We know
we
for
need
sure.
To sit and share.
We know for sure that my mom is going to watch this. That her mom is going to watch this.
Hi, mamas.
That my Aunt Connie is going to watch this. We know that for sure.
Yeah.
So
hi, Connie.
Hi. And we know certain, you know, we don't. One thing I've learned about all this is, you know, when we started making videos, it was, I want to do this. I want this to be part of our job, and it's still fun, but I'm not as concerned about the videos as I was, because we have so much to do. Sometimes, you know, packing and shipping 23 things takes several, you know, a few hours.
Yeah.
And the listing
and
everything.
And shipper.
It's in the dollar auction. We're so busy that it's like, you know what? I like the video thing, but it's not as much of a focus as I thought it was going to be. At least not right now. So, but we do plan to continue to do it. And actually, at the beginning of the video, I talked about maybe we'll talk about some of our favorite sales over the last few weeks. Mm-hmm. But you know what? Let's do another video.
Yeah, we'll do that on a different
later
one.
Today or tomorrow or something. We'll just film it, and then we'll put out another video talking about some sales. We just wanted to tell the story of where we were where we ended up being, what happened, and what God did, because it wasn't us. The timing was, of course, perfect. It always is. The sales were crazy. The relationships that we made, the people that we met, and then, you know, and then they had this house that they had to try to sell then, and it was not in sell ready shape, but they've got several offers on it as is. I mean, it's just it's crazy what all has happened, and so we are excited about all that. We would never.
Christy's mama is better every day, so thank you for praying for her, because I know several of you were.
Yeah, so it's been awesome. It was a great experience, and we wouldn't change it for the world. That's why we're here. We're here to help each other. We're here to try to lift each other up, and we don't always do a great job of it, but you know what, when God pulls on you and tells you to do something, you should listen.
And it's great to be available, to be able to do that. So
to be here and not have to call my boss and say, hey, you think I could get the day off to help this person that really needs it? You know what? I am my own boss, and she's my co-boss, and we
I'm a co-boss.
It was great. It was just great being able to do this, and you know, we don't know what God holds for us in the next week, let alone the next year,
the next day
or the
or
next
two,
decade. But
it changes so
so
quickly.
fast.
We have a plan. We're going to post all these days, and then we're going to do this, and we're going to do that. That's not how it works.
We were going to post a bunch of stuff today, and
yeah,
Facebook and Instagram are down all day for some reason, whatever. Not in our control. So you know what?
We did other things.
We had time for video. So it's meant to be. That's the way I'm going to look at it. So
that's right.
I think we're going to wrap things up. I think that's probably, we've rambled long enough. Those of you that are still here, we love you the most because
our last
you tolerate our voices and our rambling
and our airplane and the birds.
Helicopter, sorry, not an airplane. It's a helicopter. So anyway, yeah, you got anything else for now?
I don't think so.
I don't know. I guess that's about it. We just thought we'd get behind the camera again, and
we just wanted to share what God was doing.
Yeah. So here we are. We're outside. It's beautiful outside. It's Monday night. It's been a good, productive Monday, and I guess I'll go throw a video together and put it up for you guys to see. So
sounds good.
All right. Well, hey,
see you soon.
Thanks for watching. We love you, and we will see you soon.
Bye.
Bye. How's it coming over there? Oh. How's that knife working to cut down a tree? Should have picked the sharp knife. Keep cutting. Just keep cutting. Just keep cutting.